Let's explore the basics of HTML accessibility, focusing on making web content accessible to people with disabilities. We will look at how to design and structure your HTML to ensure that everyone, regardless of their abilities, can access and use your website effectively. This includes considering those with visual, hearing, motor, and cognitive impairments. Accessibility is crucial. Over 1 billion people worldwide, that is 15% of the global population, have some form of disability. This includes 285 million people who are visually impaired and 466 million people with disabling hearing loss. Creating accessible websites is not just ethical, it's good for business. Accessible websites reach 100% of your potential audience, improving brand reputation and demonstrating social responsibility. It ensures legal compliance, improves user experience for everyone, and enhances SEO performance. The Web Content Accessibility Guidelines, or WCAG, are built upon 4 key principles. First, content must be perceivable. Information and user interface components must be presentable to users in ways they can perceive, such as providing text alternatives for images. Second, content must be operable. User interface components and navigation must be operable through various inputs beyond just a mouse, ensuring all functionality is available from a keyboard. Third, content must be understandable. Information and the operation of the user interface must be understandable to all users, utilizing consistent navigation and predictable interactions. Finally, content must be robust. Content must be robust enough to be reliably interpreted by a wide variety of user agents, including assistive technologies, using valid HTML that works seamlessly with screen readers. Semantic HTML elements clearly describe their meaning to both browsers and developers. Using semantic HTML provides context to assistive technologies, improves SEO and content indexing, creates a more meaningful document structure, and makes code more maintainable. Key semantic elements include the header, the NAV or navigation, main, article, section, aside, footer, figure, and fig caption. Instead of using generic division and span elements, use semantic elements that accurately describe their purpose, enhancing both accessibility and code readability. Alternative or alt text is essential for image accessibility. A good example includes descriptive alt text like bar chart showing quarterly sales growth of 15% in 2023. For decorative images, use an empty alt attribute. Alt text should be descriptive, concise, and convey the purpose of the image. Decorative images should have empty alt attributes to be properly ignored by assistive technologies. Be specific and descriptive, aiming for 125 characters or less. Include relevant keywords for SEO benefits. Do not start with image of or picture of. For complex images, consider longer descriptions in the surrounding text, and for charts and graphs, describe the data trends. Accessible forms are crucial for user interaction. Always associate form controls with labels using the for attribute that matches the input's ID, like so label for equals username, closing label, input type equals text, ID equals username, name equals username. Using field set and legend elements is also a good approach. Always use descriptive labels for all form controls. Group related form elements with field set and legend. Provide clear error messages and validation. Include placeholder text as a hint, not a replacement for labels. Use ARIA required equals true for required fields. Ensure keyboard navigation works for all form elements, and maintain a logical tab order through the form. Accessible tables require a proper structure with a caption, theod or table head, body or table body, and appropriate scope attributes. A caption provides a title or explanation for the table. The th, or table header, element defines header cells that label row or column content. Use scope equals call to associate a header with all cells in its column, and scope equals row to associate a header with all cells in its row. The headers attribute can be used for complex tables with multiple headers. ARIA, or Accessible Rich Internet Applications, is a set of attributes that define ways to make web content more accessible to people with disabilities. When using ARIA, remember to use Semantic HTML whenever possible. Only use ARIA when native HTML cannot provide necessary accessibility. Do not change native semantics unless absolutely necessary, and make all interactive elements keyboard accessible. Common ARIA examples include landmark roles, like role equals navigation and ARIA label equals main menu, live regions like ARIA live equals polite, and interactive elements like role equals button, ARIA pressed equals false, and tab index equals 0. Keyboard accessibility is essential because many users rely exclusively on keyboards to navigate websites, including people with motor disabilities, visual impairments, and power users. All interactive elements must be keyboard accessible. Maintain a logical tab order that follows the visual layout. Provide visible focus indicators. Create keyboard shortcuts for common actions, and ensure custom components have keyboard support. Examples include using tab index appropriately, such as tab index equals 0, skip navigation links within ref to main content, and focus management in JavaScript. Use tab index equals 0 to include elements in the natural tab order, and avoid using tab index values greater than 0. Several tools and resources can help you test and improve your website's accessibility. These include Wave, the Web Accessibility Evaluation Tool by WebAIM, Axe DevTools for automated accessibility testing in the browser, screen readers like NVIDIA, JAWS, VoiceOver, and TalkBack, and color contrast analyzers such as the WebAIM Contrast Checker and Color Contrast Analyzer. Valuable learning resources include the W3C Web Accessibility Initiative, WebAIM, MDN WebDocs on Accessibility, the A11Y Project, Inclusive Components by Hayden Pickering, and the Web Content Accessibility Guidelines. Thank you. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.